welcome back. So in today's video, this is really a carry-on video from yesterday's video when I was talking about the Panorama documentary about autism support in schools, or like EHCP plans. I was kind of on a different note. It's kind of a bit stressful at the moment for me because I have my COVID jab tomorrow, my COVID and flu jab, which I'm paying privately for because I can get the flu jab on the NHS, but I can't get the COVID jab on the NHS anymore, though I was eligible the previous number of years. But they've changed eligibility criteria, so I've had to go private, and I just decided I might as well get them together and I might as well just pay for the flu jab privately as well, as it's like £13, and instead of having them done separately, which just causes more stress. Even though I can get the flu one free on the NHS, I just thought, well, I might as well just pay for them both privately, because since I can't get the COVID one, and like I just want them done together because it's just get it over and done with, because it doesn't take much longer just to have an extra jab in the other arm, and it's very stressful for me, someone coming out, so I just thought I'd, minimise the stress and just have it all done together. So I'm having it done tomorrow privately at 11 AM, a home visit, because I'm OCD, it's going to be done in the garden. I spoke to them on the phone, they're very reassuring, they're going to arrive fully masked, they understand my concerns. I'll be speaking to them on the phone briefly beforehand, just to tell them like what arm I want the jab to go in and so on, because I'm having two. So I normally have the COVID jab in my right arm and the flu in the left arm. That's just how I do it. Because I'm a creature of habit. There's no rhyme or reason to that, by the way. It's just how I've had it done every single year, and I'm like my routine's being autistic, so I have to have it the same every year. That's just how I have it. So yeah, so I'll be speaking to him on the phone beforehand about that, and then my dad will be like arranging a payment and that, because he does those things for me, because I struggle with that. So yeah. It's a lot of money. I'm thinking that, but it's so important I have this done, because with my OCD, it just enables me to have things done. Like, it doesn't take away my OCD and anxiety, but it does make me feel safer, and obviously I am literally safer as well. And also, it being private, but at least I'm going to get the updated COVID jab, which protects against the common strains. So I need to have my bathroom tiles refitted, because they're really old, dirty and horrible to look at, and don't like looking at them, and it means I can't really enjoy my bathroom. So I really need some essential work done to my bathroom to get some new tiles, and the only way I can have that done is to have this jab. So that's a bigger picture for it. So like about 2 weeks after the jab, when the immunity has sunk in, my dad will like measure the bathroom tiles, so then he can go off and like arrange for his workmen to come and do the tiles. It shouldn't take them too long, because it's a small bathroom and it's just like taking out the old tiles and putting in the new tiles, but it's still going to be really stressful for me. Even with the jab, I'm still going to get OCD and be really stressed over it, but with the difference is that with the jab I can actually have this done, and it is essential, and I just have to focus on the bigger picture, which is that it would be so nice when I have a new bathroom tiles, and it will be so clean, nice to look at. It will make a massive difference to my quality of life, being able to use a nice clean brand new bathroom, nice lovely clean new tiles. So that's like a bigger picture of it. And I'm thinking that in future, if the NHS doesn't bring back COVID jabs for people like me, because like I said, I was eligible previous years under the disability eligibility criteria, but they've now narrowed it to a really narrow group of people. But I'm thinking that if in future they don't restore previous eligibility, I'm going to have to save up weekly, because like almost like in a piggy bank, I might ask my dad to set up a special, because I can't withdraw money because I'm housebound, so I might ask my dad to set up a special vaccination account for me, so that like money, it can be put aside like every week into it for the end of the year, because then obviously that will be like more economic. Like, it's not like a massive amount of money I'm suddenly spending at the end of the year, like in one lump sum. It will be like spread out over the year. It won't be much a week. I can't do the maths, I've got dyscalculia, so, but I don't think it'll be that much. We're talking like just over £200. So if anyone could do the maths, how that will work out weekly, but that's not a massive sum of money per week. It's just an extra bit of money I've got to kind of budget in, if you like. I don't spend that much money anyway, but yeah, it's just like an extra bit of money I've got to take. I suppose spreading it out through the year, then it's like you get greater control over the money. Like, you're putting aside this amount of money per week for the jab at the end of the year. It's like a kind of insurance policy, really, because it's the only way I can live my life. I need these jabs. It's the only way I can do it. So, and obviously I know I have found a private provider that is very good and seem very nice, and professional, so that's the one I will use. But I'm really hoping that the NHS brings them back and I won't have to pay for them every year, because it is a hell of a lot of money being housebound. Obviously, if I wasn't housebound, it wouldn't be as expensive, because I might be able to get it done at a pharmacy somewhere. I'm not sure that there's any pharmacy in my town that actually provides them, so that's a difficulty anyway. But so that's what's happening tomorrow, so that is causing me some stress. I've had 6 jabs already. I've had 6 COVID jabs since 2021. This will be the 7th, so I really should not be anxious over this. Like, it's just a prick in the arm. It's really quick. You know, it doesn't cause massive discomfort. I have a bit of an achy arm for a night or two, but you know, nothing major. Period pains are worse. If you're a woman, you know what I mean. Period pains are worse than COVID pains. So from the jab, so you know, we could deal with that. It's not a big deal. I'm used to a little bit of pain in the arm. It's no biggie. But you know, I've had these jabs. Like I've had these jabs. I've had 6 of these jabs, and I really should not be worried about it. But you know, brain doesn't listen to reason. Brain still gets anxious every time because it's a medical procedure. I have health anxiety. You know, I still get anxious even though it's so quick. Afterwards, you're like, why did I get anxious over that? It's just such a quick, you know, just little needle in the arm. You know, it's pain. You know, you do feel it a little bit, but you know. It's more painful if you step on Lego or bang your leg against something. You know, it's not a big deal. Why am I getting anxious? I've just tiny little prick in the arm, you know. But that's how it is. But anyway, so that side, I just wanted now to. I thought it might be quite interesting because, you know, I did that video the other day about the panorama, and thank you for your comments. And I just wanted to talk about some of my own sort of experiences with the system from when I was at school. I have done videos on this before, but I thought maybe I'll just like go and recover old ground, if you like, because I haven't really talked about it for a very, very long time. Now, when I was at school, I was actually assessed by educational psychology. When I was 9 years old, I had an educational psychology assessment, which I can remember very, very vaguely, but I'm not sure I was really aware at the time I was actually being assessed, because you don't really at that age, do you? And in actual fact, I wasn't even aware that this was properly done until I was a lot older, when my mum found the old document. So I thought I would basically just read it out to you. The old, it says Educational Psychology Service. Oh, the dates, it's actually got the date on here. The 9th of the 1st, 98. So the 9th of, that's the date, 9th of the 1st, 98. It's got the name of the psychologist. I obviously won't read out those details. The name of the psychologist, the pupil, me, the school, got the name of the school, got my date of birth and so on. And then it says background information. Yeah, it says stage 3 summative report. It says background information. Anna was formally raised as a cause for concern by her class teacher on the Key Roots Identification System. Now, I don't actually know what the Key Roots Identification System is, or if they still use that in schools, whatever that is, Key Roots Identification System, in the autumn term of 1996. So that would be when I had just turned 9 years old, so yeah, I would have been in year 5, just started year 5, yeah, at primary school. Anna's reading accuracy was said to be in advance of her chronological age, but her reading comprehension was almost 2 years below her chronological age. Anna also had spatial awareness difficulties. She had some interaction problems, particularly with her peer group, preferring to play with much younger children. Eye contact was poor and self-confidence low. Concern was felt about her difficulties in PE, that's physical education by the way, particularly team sports. In April 1997, Anna was seen by the Paediatric Occupational Service. It's got the name of it, so I won't read that out obviously. Occupational therapist found a borderline degree of motor skill impairment. The fine motor skill section of the assessment proved most difficult for Anna. Although able physically to carry out the tasks, She could be very slow and took a long time to decode the instructions. The occupational therapist also noted her spatial awareness difficulties. I was asked by school for an educational psychology assessment. I saw Anna in January 1998. So that would have been when I was 10 and a half. Yeah, 10 and a half. So, yeah, 10 and a half. That's how old I was then, wasn't it? Yeah, 10 and a half. So, yeah, year 6. I also discussed her with her class teacher, special needs coordinator, and her parents. Okay, I'm going to move over to video number 2 now because I don't want this video to run out of me because I've only got limited capacity. So I'm going to carry on reading out this report from my school days. So let's move over to video number 2 now.